All right, brother. So got another court case. This court case is probably between maybe I don't know 2005, 2006, probably even all the way up to 2010. I'm not sure, but um, there were some disturbing things in this court case that I want to address. The fact when I first watched this court case, I was going to start to talk about. Well, I am going to talk about it, but the fact that the plaintiff and the plaintiff is a single mother, four teenage boys. So you already know she got her hands full. The boys, according to her, are out of control. So we already see that it's unbalanced. No father in the home. And through this whole video, there's nothing mentioned about the father, whether all four boys have the same father or each one have a different father. They might. I'm not sure, but it actually is a total of five kids because I believe the daughter's there too. But she's more concerned about the boys. So, brothers, when it comes to these single mothers, they are always, no matter how much they talk about how they can do it on their own, they can't. They cannot. I wish I knew there's a verse in the Bible that talks about um, that a mother basically is going to have a hard time by herself when they're raising a child alone. I just wish I knew the verse, but maybe somebody else could probably look for it for me or probably mention it in the comments. But I think it's in Ecclesiastics, but don't quote me on that. But brothers, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this court case and chime in throughout this video because this is very disturbing. Even and the other thing too is what the thing that Judge Mathis does, his way of thinking that this is going to fix the problem is the things that he says. But let's go ahead and get into this.
Plaintiff Deneen Jones says she's here today in a last-ditch effort to get help for her four troubled teens. Deneen claims her sons are running the streets and bringing guns and drugs into her home, and she has the pictures to prove it. Deneen is suing her sons for emotional distress. Defendants Anthony, Dominic, Dion, and Antoine Thompson admit that they act up, but insist it's because their mother has turned her back on them. Dion says his mother even locks their food up so they can't get to it. So they were forced to turn to the streets.
All rise.
So y'all heard that. I'm not, and I don't think they would lie about that. I don't see the point of locking their food up. I don't know why anybody would do that, but that's not a form of discipline. Is locking their food up, so starve them, try to starve them for the day or for the week or whatever. That makes no sense. It's not going to fix anything. That's actually going to make matters worse if you're trying to starve them, because of course that's only thing that's going to do is make them more and more angry and more resentful. So I'm sure that the mother probably did some things that there, of course, she's not going to speak about. But let's go ahead and continue.
This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Good afternoon, Judge. I'm just here today because I need your help to help me help my sons. My sister was killed last year through gun violence, okay? And I had watched a man through my window. I ran and caught him, though. I almost shot two of my boys. I went through the juvenile system down in Detroit. I went to the police.
From Detroit?
Yes, I went to the police station.
What did the juvenile system say?
They told me, these are my kids and you take care of them. And hit the thing. So after the juvenile court didn't help me, I went over to the 36th District Court. And I did. I might have been wrong. I just bust up in the courtroom because I just wanted the judge just to hear me, and then I was escorted out.
Did you file a petition?
No, I didn't. No.
You didn't fill out any paperwork first?
No.
Oh, well, that's why. Yeah, you have to petition the court. You have to fill out paperwork for a hearing on the guardianship of your sons. So that's the proper way to do it.
Right,
But tell me what they've been doing.
Okay, let's start. Antoine,
How old is he?
he's 16.
The 16-year-old.
Judge, I've been going through therapy for the last 16 years with my kids.
How old were they when you all began therapy together?
Antoine was 3.
Okay.
Antoine was diagnosed with ADHD. Dominique was ADHD with a learning disability.
Okay.
And Dion, but every time I would try to get Dion help, he couldn't stay in school the whole day. He was every week, Judge, he is out of school.
Brothers, let me tell you something about ADHD, and I know that it is real. I honestly believe that the reason why, and this is just me, this is alleged. I believe that ADHD starts from the parents, or because of the chemicals that is going in the child's body and the parent's body while the mother is pregnant. I wouldn't be surprised if she was either eating incorrectly, some bad foods. I wouldn't be surprised if she was on some type of drug, whether it was marijuana or some harder narcotic. I wouldn't be surprised. So, and of course, once the child is diagnosed with ADHD, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to feed the child medication to calm the child down, or some type of depressant. And then they're going to be on that, which I don't really believe that they need. I just think it's about nutrition. But again, she would probably on some type of narcotic as to why these children, or at least 2 to 3 of them, have ADHD. I wouldn't be surprised. And again, I would have asked the question, where is the father or the fathers? Why aren't they involved in the children's life? But I don't know. I don't understand why that question wasn't even asked at all throughout this whole court case. But let's continue.
To where now, in the last year and a half, he had been to either between 8 and 10 schools. I'm getting the help I need for Dion as we speak.
All right.
Don't get me wrong, Judge. I'm like that. When I did go to the police station, and then they try to be all funny about it, gonna say, well, put them in a system. I'm not trying to put my kids in a system.
Well, if they don't want to get help for themselves, because ADHD is what I'm hearing as the primary culprit.
Okay.
When a child has that, the child exhibits the exact type of behavior that you're talking about today. Defiance, troubled, don't want to go to school.
Setting
In
fires.
many instances, all type of troubled activities. Let me hear from them. Who wants to talk first? All right, young man, what's your name again?
Anthony Thompson.
Anthony, what you up to? What's your status in life right now? You're in school? Where?
Cody High School.
Okay, I went there for a semester, but
What happened?
they kicked me out for good. Then the next school I went to, Wayne Memorial, they kicked me out for good. Then when I went to Romulus High, they kicked me out for good. All this is between 9th and 11th grade when I just gave up on school. So we're together so far. What else? At least you're still in Cody, right?
Yeah, I'm still in.
All right, go ahead. That's a tough neighborhood. It's
Yes.
right next to the projects I grew up in, which
Herman
says
Gardens.
Herman Gardens. And you know that's one of the toughest ever, right?
And brothers, I forgot to mention that they're in the ghetto/hood. So their environment makes things even worse. And this is why I say that you brothers, that if you plan on having a child or you plan on having children, you need to you need to plan correctly on where you want to raise your child and who you plan on giving your seed to. That's very important. Very important, because nowadays most of these women don't want to be mothers. They don't have a problem holding the title of mother, but they don't really want to be a mother. They really don't. They really don't. But let's continue.
What type of trouble have you gotten into?
Like the only trouble I ever got into that was like that serious was on my last year on my birthday when I turned 17. I some fat 300 pound 6'2" boy was trying to jump on my brother Antoine. So
you got involved, and then what?
And then some other boy had jumped in.
What else?
That's it.
All right, how you doing in school?
2.0.
All right, when do you graduate?
I supposed to graduate this year, but I had failed the 6th grade, so.
All right.
I'm graduating next year.
Okay, what are you gonna do after that?
I ain't decided.
All right, well, you need to start deciding, start looking into it, whether you're gonna go to.
Brother, that's another thing that's important. I know I'm doing these pauses, but that's another thing that's important. And I'm mostly talking to you guys that don't have children that plan on having one. It is very important to raise your child correctly and have a plan for them, for their future. You have a lot of these people that like, oh well, let the kids be kids. You're gonna have to plan on having them become teach them how to be an adult, because life is not that easy. Well, let me phrase it. Life is easy as long as you do proper planning. So you need to set these children up in the right direction. You have a lot of these kids that have no idea what they're going to do. And then you have a lot of these parents that are ready to kick their child out after they graduate high school. And the child has no plan. None whatsoever. They don't even know what they want to do. So this guy has another year in school and he has no idea what he wants to do.
Trade school, community college, or university, or what have you. So I'm looking for good things from you. Is he telling me the truth?
Yeah, but he also forgot to leave out that he had went to jail.
For what? For fighting?
Yes,
All right.
they consider
Where do
this
you all
a
live? What
gang
neighborhood
fight.
you all live in?
Joy Road.
Joy Road and what? Right where I
Filled
live?
it. I
That's
ain't know.
tough neighborhood, ma'am. I mean, they got so much pressure on them, so much violence
If they
going
just-
on.
Excuse.
Yes, sir.
And like you said, it be like so much stuff going on, and like some of the stuff that we do get into, like half of it don't be our fault. But when we come home with the problem, every time we tell her, or like every time we trying to express our feelings to her about the problem, it's always, I don't want to hear that y'all say bringing stuff to my house. You know what I'm saying?
Brother, you can tell that he has no respect for his mother. None. Listen to what he said. Remember what he said. He said her. He didn't say mom or my mom or when I bring the issue to my mom or when I bring it to her. So you can tell that he has no respect for her. But there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Maybe she might have talked to them crazy for a very long time. Again, bro, these women, most of these single mothers have nothing to teach their children after the age of 13, sometimes younger than that. Because what's going to happen is by the time they start to feel like they're a man, by the time they become a teenager and there's no father in the home, they're going to go look for masculine energy. And if the mother can't find no masculine energy, because most of the time what the mother's going to do, she's going to look for either a male teacher, probably a coach if she's trying to put him in, because she's going to try to put, at least, she's going to try to put him in some type of sport. So that's another masculine energy that she's trying to put her child in. She's probably going to go to a pastor or a reverend or a deacon. She's going to either go to a judge, which that's where she's at now, or she's probably going to try to get the police involved when it comes to her boys or her sons. Because these boys going to be thinking that they the man of the house. This is why it is very important for you men that plan on having a child. You need to stay in your child's life, especially if you have a son. Especially if you have a son. Let's continue.
I'm saying, and then half of the time I don't even be at her house. We just telling you off just the
Let me hear the
strength.
next one. Young man, where you at? Where you in school?
Yeah,
Where?
in Troy High,
Okay, Troy High is a good school. How you doing there?
at 3.0.
All right, why'd you have to go there? Because you were kicked out of all the others?
No, I just kicked out Cody.
You just kicked out of Cody for what?
Stealing the jacket.
All right. And what type of problems have you given your mother over the years?
Been like running the streets, and,
Doing what?
like just selling like smoking and like selling drugs.
All right. Why?
We got to do stuff on our own to get what we need, and like she won't give it to
You
us.
bought
so-
all the shirts and pants? You all bought your
Yes,
shirts
yes,
and pants?
yes.
Every single one of them?
Yes.
Where'd you get your money?
Same thing.
Where'd you get your money?
Working at the gas station,
Where'd you get your money?
helping out people.
All right. See, they didn't have to. He works at the gas station, minimum wage. So it's just you all making those bad choices because you want to take the easy route out. If your mother can't afford to, that may have something to do with it.
No, She could have, but she just gave up on it. She just ain't want to do nothing.
She didn't give up on you.
I didn't give
She
up
didn't
on
give
you. I
up
wouldn't
on
be
you.
here.
That's why you're here now. That's why she.
Let me tell you something. I hate to say this, but she has given up on you guys because when she has to go to outside, resources, she's giving up on y'all because she's tired of y'all. She's tired of you guys. So she has given up on you guys. And I'm not even mad at her for that. But she has to take responsibility and accountability for her actions. But we don't know what she's done. Because I'm sure she has done some things that them boys have seen that they didn't like or they didn't approve of. Because again, these boys probably think that they're the man of the house. So of course, they're going to think they can do whatever they want to do. They run things. She's just a woman. She's lost all control of them boys. All four of them. Let's continue.
She went to the police station. That's why she went to the courts. That's why she got your counseling. She didn't give up on you. Giving up on you would mean that she doesn't care and she kick you out the house, not let you back in.
She ain't been providing for us.
Provide what?
What?
Like anything, like a parent's supposed to be doing.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Okay,
She
like-
doesn't provide food.
Yeah,
Does she provide you shelter?
yeah.
So why don't you all think your mom wants to do anything for you?
Because she got that husband of hers.
And what's wrong with her husband?
Ever since she got married to him, she been doing everything for him. She don't do nothing for
Now, I'm not even upset at her but see, I think the problem with that, and I said it earlier, now that she has a husband, now she's all about that man. Because now she has a man that is helping take care of her. And again, those boys felt like they was the man of the house. Now there's another man. It's like you basically now, those boys are like lions. And they're like young male lions, and you got an older lion who is now the king of the castle, and they don't like that. So they basically want their power back. Or they want their kingdom. That's what's going on, brothers. They want their kingdom back. So that's the only reason why those brothers, those boys, her sons, are upset at her. Or one of the reasons. Because she is now have a husband. So their kingdom has been taken away. That's probably the way they look at it. But let's continue.
for us no more like she used to do. She used to feed for us. She don't used to lock her food up. Everything,
She locks the food up
in the
now?
garage and
What?
refrigerator. Because she think we going to eat it all.
Go
Our
ahead.
mother is supposed to leave the food in the refrigerator for her kids to eat, no matter if it
Not if
get
you're
AR
eating
or
it all
not.
too quick. Not if she buy it one day and you eating it all
because
that
they
same
is
day.
not gonna go. They is not going out there getting high and go munch down.
I
my
don't
refrigerator.
smoke.
That's right.
No, you not
That's
gonna
right.
do it.
But like you said, y'all
You know
smoking
what?
weed out there. I'm with her. You're not gonna smoke that weed
They get
and then
good
come
grades in
home
school.
and with the munchies and eat up everything that's in the
Judge,
refrigerator.
can I
grades in
please
school,
refer to
though.
something?
That don't mean you can engage in illegal activity.
I don't don't smoke or I don't do none of
Okay,
that.
but Tank, don't sit up here and act like I don't feed you. And Tank, D.I., you is out of school. You just got back in school after a year and a half. You think I'm gonna go out and let you wear off some shoes that it ain't finna
Anyone
happen.
been convicted of a crime?
Oh, yeah. This Antoine's.
Tell me, who's been convicted of a crime? For what?
Assault.
Who else been arrested?
I've been arrested
For what?
for fighting.
Fighting? Is that it, ma'am?
No, where's your hand, D.I.?
What was he arrested for?
He was arrested for theft. He had the nerve to walk all the way
What did
to
he steal?
a bike off the man porch while his screen door was open.
Sir? Young man? Is that true?
Yes.
Ma'am, let me just say, it is very common, unfortunately, in the environment in which they're being raised. Violence is the most prevalent form of destructive behavior in the poor communities. And second is drugs and criminal activity.
But Judge, can I please present, this is my main concern. This is why I need your help right here. And I'm not, they can't come home with me now, I'm telling you.
Is this one of you all? She got a sawed-off shotgun? What you doing with that?
And they brought it in my house.
All right, well, you are a criminal. When was this?
That was like a month ago.
Yeah, a month ago.
And then
You try to con me like you've been doing so well. And 1 month ago, you got a sawed-off shotgun in your arm with a hood over your head, looking like you're a straight-up street thug and behaving like one.
You can be mad all you want to.
2 more guns, and you haven't shown this to the police?
I just found it like 2 days before we got here.
They need to be off the street, man.
I know.
they're your babies
That's
and
why-
all that,
no,
but
babies my
they need to
behind.
be locked up. They don't need to be on the street. They need to be locked
now,
up.
you see what I'm trying to say?
I'll be on the
when they
streets
get
if we get
locked
good
up, be
grades in school.
quiet. I'm
Get
talking.
grades,
Ma'am, let them get locked up. Let them get locked up and get raped a few times.
Look at that.
Then we'll see. 'Cause I want
Now, why would the judge say something like that? Let him get raped a few times. And you know, I'm disappointed in Judge Mathis for even saying that. Because, and I know that's reality, but why would you tell those young boys, and you think that's going to fix the problem? It's probably a scare tactic, but believe me, that ain't going to fix the problem to tell those boys that they're going to get raped in prison or in jail. Because what happens when they get out? That ain't, you think they going to be better in society? That's only going to make things worse for them. So I don't approve of what Judge Mathis just did. But let's continue.
I want them to know what gangsters get. Gangsters, they either go to jail, and there they young guys like you, they rape y'all repeatedly, or they get killed. One or the other. But a lot of people try and suggest that I shouldn't mention prison rape often, but I mention it because that's what's happening, particularly to these young guys. And secondly, it should be a form of deterrence. If you know you might get raped repeatedly, yeah, they belong in prison, man. I'm in jail. Take these to the police department. Take them as soon as you leave here, as soon as you get back home. Take them to the police department and show them and have them arrested. We'll see then when they want to come out what they want to do. Now, my mother had 4 boys. She would call the police on us.
I did.
You take them these pictures. Y'all real gangsters?
No, I'm not. I don't
What
do
you
that
doing
stuff.
with the guns?
I ain't had no gun.
Faking?
Man, yeah, I
Why you
guess.
trying to be
I ain't
no
touching no
play?
gun. I don't touch
Well,
drugs.
why do you have
Why
the guns?
'Cause they was
and
just
the
in our
money,
house.
looking like gangsters.
I had
Bring
no
it
gun.
in my house.
I'm call the police on them. Take these pictures to the prosecutor's
I don't do
office.
nothing.
Young lady, did you want to say something today? State your name.
Angela Jones.
What do you want to tell me?
First of all this is crazy because Mama, she could have did something about this at home.
Like what?
Helping them with school. She don't be involved with their school at all.
They don't be in
I got him into the Troy school.
Doesn't look like they in school to me. Go
They
ahead.
ain't in
What
school.
else?
I can vouch for one. He want to go to school.
Okay, but it ain't his.
And he do
Quiet.
too. I didn't cut you off. Let me talk.
That's what.
This is really
Well, that's not what
sad.
this reflects. This reflects they want to be
That's true
gangsters
too,
and
but
dope dealers.
I get up 6 o'clock in the morning, even though I got 2 jobs. When I don't go to work, I get up 6 o'clock in the morning.
So I'm going to assume that that's the older sister, or the oldest, because she's helping them boys out, helping the mother out. So this is where a lot of this stuff stems from. The mother probably not even putting in any time with these kids at all. And I tell you, and I've said this already, brothers. A lot of these women don't want to be mothers, but y'all out here having babies. So I'm gonna ask the question again: where is the father or the fathers of these children? Why aren't the fathers involved? That's where they should get their masculinity from. So now, but we can see that the mother is part of the problem too. We can see that now. The mother is definitely part of the problem. I'm sure that she was into some type of drugs. They live in the hood, having baby after baby after baby, and not having no type of plan. Just opening up your legs to anybody. And I hate for the man that she married. I feel for him. He must be some old geezer or something. Because I'm sure the reason why she's taking care of it, because she must be getting some good money from him, or at least some decent money. Let's continue.
And take him to school. Dominic go to school.
Right.
He get a 3.0.
Right.
And she mentioned all the bad stuff they do. They ain't said
Man,
once how
young
you
lady.
sit in your room and smoke weed and drink.
Judge,
She do
Judge,
it in
let
her
me show
house.
you.
They live there.
And there it is. She be smoking weed and drinking. So that's a lot. That's probably what the children see. They see they don't see that again. They're not in a good environment already, but that doesn't mean you have to be part of that environment. You don't have to do that. So she's not even setting a good example for the children. And then you got the sister, aka or her daughter, that's trying to be a mother to them kids. So her youth has already been taken away because now she has to help raise those kids. And I know she's having a hard time. Let's continue.
Explain that.
Let
You
me
keep
show
talking about
you.
all this school. Explain all that.
Let me show you.
Explain these sawed-off shotguns, these rifles, this dope, all this money. Explain to me how these great students are here holding sawed-off shotguns, rifles, dope, and dope
guns
money.
belong to my uncle. They got them from his
Your
house.
uncle's not holding it. I'm talking about what I'm seeing here.
And I'm trying to get to the point
Go
how
ahead.
they got the guns.
Not interested in knowing where they got them. I'm saying
Got 'em.
why they have them. How do you explain that?
Because our uncle
When
left
he
them to us.
died,
I'm not asking how. I'm saying why.
Because when he passed, he wanted to give
I
them
didn't
to
ask
us.
you that, sir. Have a seat, ma'am. Have a seat. You all keep telling me where you got the guns. I don't care about where you got them. I want to know why you have them in your possession. You're pointing
What
them.
else they gonna
You
do
all
with
are
them?
either
Right.
drug dealers or you're faking like you are. Nobody made you put these guns in your hand, this dope, and this money. Ma'am, the criteria for judgment for emotional distress is outrageous conduct that causes one to experience an excessive amount of stress. I'm going to conclude that that is exactly what is going on here. And I know you want me to help them. The best way you can help them at this point is have them locked up. That's the only way you can help them. All right? Call the police, go there, and they'll make them, the ones under 18, they'll make them wards of the state or put them on probation first. And when they violate that probation, then they'll remove them from the home. All right? So that's the best I can advise you. They're not ready for a training program. They're not ready for a mentorship program. They're not ready for any of this until they drop their guns and pick up their books for real. Not in here conning me. 5,000 for the place. Have a good day.
Now, brothers, I don't know if y'all noticed, but she has a little smirk on her face. What was the point of awarding her $5,000 and she's not even able to take care of them 4 boys? What was the point of awarding her that money? I don't even see the point. All I think she should have got was some advice and some wisdom and some knowledge. That's it. What was the point of awarding her $5,000? It didn't even make any sense at all. The only thing that's going to happen after this, I'm sure that she's probably going to kick all them boys out after the age of 18. I wouldn't be surprised. And you think, and then of course now society has to deal with those boys. And guess where you think they're going to end up at? Behind bars, in the system. And then what? And then what? So again, what was the point of awarding her $5,000? Why? Let's continue.
I love y'all, and this the only reason why I did.
So you see the first, you see one of the boys broke down the tears because I'm sure because of what the judge said and take it to the police, he probably scared. Maybe the scare tactic might work, but I seriously doubt it. Those tears only gonna last for a couple of minutes. They gonna go back home and they gonna forget everything that was said. But let's continue.
And it's the only reason why I did. Just 'cause they wasn't gonna listen to me, Angie. Angie.
You all right, Mom? When you do drink and smoke,
do you understand that they don't have nothing to do
Mom,
with
when you
nothing?
do drink and smoke, what happened? What happened? You know, you trip on this. That's what you do.
Because you come and tell
No,
me.
like, cause she brought all her evidence.
Right.
So I mean, we
You
couldn't
mad
say
at me?
nothing. No, I'm not mad at you.
But you took
You
that
don't see me-
evidence. That wasn't even no
That
fair.
wasn't even that.
Just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. Mom,
Angie.
ain't nobody mad at you.
I'ma help.
Shut up.
I'ma help myself, okay?
Mom, be quiet. Ain't nobody mad.
Now you hear how he talking to his mom, so that just goes to show you that he probably never had that much respect for his mother anyway. And keep in mind, the young man said, or the young boy, he said that his mother smokes and drinks, and then what happens after that? She goes to sleep. So of course, what you think they gonna be doing? Whatever the hell they want to do. So she ain't even watch. She ain't even trying to even teach them anything. Absolutely nothing. They doing whatever they want to do. So what? So again, brothers, what exactly is she going to teach them? Absolutely nothing. This is why it is so important for you men to watch over your sons. And yes, their daughters are important too, but your sons is the ones that carry on your legacy. They carry your last name. So they gonna look at you. So if you Peter built, your last name built, that's Bill's son. Oh, he a built. And he out there after the street. That's your legacy. Come on now.
Mad at you. It's just the point, dog. All right. We know what we did, but you ain't say what's your part.
I'm 42 years old.
But every
And in
time
my own
you
home.
drink, you get mad at us.
Every time I drink, I turn on my
No,
radio.
you don't.
But that's pretty much it, brothers. I just want this to show you why it is important for fathers to be in their children's life, especially your sons. Your sons is your legacy. Again, we don't even know where their father's at, father or fathers. But she didn't take any accountability for her actions. Because, of course, you got the oldest, like he is over there, just blaming the mom. The mom over there fight with her son or her sons. That's not going to be, it's not going to end well with them. It's not going to end well because guess who's going to take over society? The police station, the police, the court system. They're going to be in the system. But that's pretty much it, brothers. I'm out.